A runway model for Chanel, Gucci, Carolina Herrera. She was in The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. She's done so many other things. A lot of us remember her from Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
Now she discusses some very personal matters in her new book called Straight Walk, A Supermodel's Journey to Finding Her Truth. Good morning. What's the deal?
morning.
What happened here?
Well, it's quite
funny,
we have
actually.
to say that we planned it.
Yeah, we did.
It's like,
It's
where do I
Actually,
look?
a meaningful color.
It's very
as
meaningful.
we were discussing.
What is the meaning of, what do you call this?
They use it for Spirit Day.
Is it just called
and
purple?
It's purple.
Okay.
It's very calming, but it's also for young teenagers that commit suicide because they can't accept they're gay.
And purple is the color for that.
And it's also the color for that, and also for Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's,
So
yes.
these things don't happen by coincidence. There's not such a thing.
Yes.
So I'm glad that we're sharing it
All right,
today.
you've written your book, and pretty open in your book about things starting in Venezuela.
Yeah.
First of all, where you come from,
Yeah.
your people. Talk about that.
I come from an indigenous village right in the border between Venezuela and Colombia, which is called Guayú. There are 500,000 indigenous people. But my parents, although my mom grew up in a very impoverished area, she got to go to school because she was the youngest of 12 brothers and sisters in the time of telegraphy. And she and her younger brother, the last two were able to go to school.
Wow.
So she went to the city, and then when she was studying, that's where she met my dad, and my dad was an educator. And we got to have a little bit of a different upbringing than the rest because then he ended up being sent to Paris to work in UNESCO.
Yes.
And while you're doing this, there's the no running water.
No running water.
There's
That was when we came back.
Back.
So my dad, his contract expired. We ended up going back to Venezuela, and
It's
lived
difficult
in
to
this,
go live where you have all of the
everything.
Yeah,
conveniences
everything,
and
yeah.
then go back.
Absolutely, it's like if you see and then you lose
Yeah.
your sight. I mean, and so all of a sudden we went back and lived in this building on the 15th floor with no running water. The elevators didn't work, so
Wow.
we had to carry the buckets of water upstairs. And for me, though this is a reality that a lot of people in South America live on a daily basis, it just created this desire of working and succeeding and studying in the rest of the children in the family.
Well, I think it's important to point out the success you've had and the journey you've had in your life. You've never forgotten where you've come from. So
No. Yeah, I think
that's-
exactly because of this is the reason.
Yeah.
It's almost like if I got to make $30 a month, that was going to pay water for the whole building. That's why I ended up going to college, but then I got offered to go work as a model in Milan. And for me, if I was going to send those $30, that was going to save basically the whole building.
Do you
so
still
that's
have
what
that?
drove me.
Do you still have that within you? Is that still the drive?
Well, so much. I mean, but that drive became bigger.
Yeah.
And I love so much that you just asked me that question because we started the Wayutaya Foundation,
Right.
Which is
People we've never heard of who need to be
Help.
noticed and
Yeah.
recognized and saved.
which is only something that you can do in the U.S. This is amazing. So many people say stuff about our country, but at the end of the day, this is the only country
Opportunity, yeah.
where I can go to New York, open a foundation,
Yeah.
and people are helping other people that are impoverished, that they don't have education or food or medical attention, and they're getting a better life from people that they might never even meet.
All right. Part of your book is you talk about your life and you recognize your sexuality is
Yes.
that you're a lesbian, and the name of your book is Straight Walk, which
Straight Walk.
which is a playoff of this. In the world in which you live, that's not the strangest thing on earth.
No.
In the world from which you come,
Very.
it is. Can
Sure.
you address that?
Well, you see, we live in Los Angeles. It's very normal. We have children. There are all
Tolerant.
types of families. It's very, very normal. But certainly, in our countries and the Hispanic community, it doesn't. And even here in the U.S., it's something that we're still far away from making it a part of our day-to-day lives and making it, as we call, normal. So for me, if I can start a dialogue and if I can just show by example and just inspire people to live their truth, whatever that truth might be, then that means I'm doing the job. And that's the only reason why I was so open in
Candid
the book.
in your book.
Yeah,
And
and
the
showing all my mistakes and
And
all
do people
the...
say to you, "Oh, Patricia, we love you. You're great." Why did this happen? Right? What is your answer?
My answer is that I have a family and we have to live by example. You know, we have not only my own family, my own children, but at the same time, more than 3,000 children that we take care in the foundation, the Waiutaya Foundation.
Yeah.
If we don't show by example, then what are we going to do?
Right.
It got to a point where I just said, I have to tell the world, not because they don't know, because a lot of people did know, but because we need to show with example.
And was
we
it,
can inspire other people.
We do have to go. Was it a risk for you?
It's a risk professionally,
Yes.
because I'm an actress and we're
Yeah.
supposed to be canvases, you
Right.
know. So now every time they'll see you, they go, "Well, but she's. Oh, can we really see?" But that is only going to push me to work harder at my craft.
A good person.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you
Great
so
book.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
again, the book is called Straight Walk. Patricia Velasquez, thank you very much.